Over those first 9 games, though, what did you learn? What can you carry over from the regular season that you can look to build on to have more success here in the playoffs?
So when this team is very motivated and like together, we're a hard team to go against and beat. I feel like we came together as a team over this last 9 weeks. It was hard losing some people throughout the season, and then we also just gained players back. Last 2 weeks, we got some very important players back. So we're happy and excited to get this new season started.
When you take a look at this Wayne team, where do you think you guys have made the biggest improvements since day one?
I would say our offense. I think we're clicking now. We're very. I think we're a scary offense now when we click. Passing the ball more. I mean, a lot throughout the last three weeks. We've been passing the ball a lot. So I mean, we're a scary team right now on the offensive side, I should say.
When you take a look at Columbia City, what do you know about them? What are you learning about them? And what are your biggest concerns to slowing them down on Friday night?
They're a very good team, man. We're not going to take that away from them. We watched lots of film on them already. I mean, they're a machine on offense. They know how to roll. They're just good. And we're planning on slow down that run, but they're a very good team. Not going to take that away from them.
You know, you guys had success last year in the postseason, won a couple games, and made it to the sectional championship game. So what can you carry over from maybe that experience that you can use this time around?
We were very locked in last year during the playoffs, taking in instructions very well, the little things. We came together as a group last year, and I think we're going to do the same thing again this year. We're going to be ready to go this year.
Final question for me, man. What are you most looking forward to about this Friday? It's going to be our highlight zone game of the week. It's like the best 4A game around.
I mean, it's going to be a show. I think our team will be ready. Our boys will be ready, ready to roll.
I love it, man. What do you learn? What did you take away as a team from those first 9 games that you can apply to see success on Friday night now that we're in the playoffs?
We've learned to actually play together, and as the season went on, we built way more chemistry. That's why our offense is progressing and the stuff that we're doing now.
When you take a look, you're a defensive guy, so when you take a look at what Columbia City presents, I know you've been watching tape. What do they do well? What are your biggest concerns, and how do you go about slowing them down when it comes to the defensive side for Wayne?
They do well with the outside run. Their pass is very good. All around the machine, like Khalon said. But what we're working on stopping the run with the pass, mixing the defense up sometimes. And now that Nehemiah is back, we will have more power up front and on.
You know, a 2-7 record in the regular season, but this team is better than that. How eager are you guys to go out and show people that that is not reflective of the type of football talent that you guys have here at Wayne?
Oh, we're pumped. We're pumped. We're ready to show our stuff, and we're ready to go.
If there's an X factor or one really big key to the game on Friday night, in your eyes, what would that be?
Defense making plays, for me.
And then for you, what do you expect the atmosphere to be like on Friday? I mean, it's the best 4A game around. It's going to be our highlight zone game of the week. A lot of people know Wayne's got a lot of talent. Meanwhile, Central Noble's riding high, Columbia City is riding high as the NE8 champ. What do you expect Friday to be like, and what are you anticipating?
I expect to feed off our fans' energy, my teammates' energy, and I just expect to go nuts on Friday.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of things happening through the season. I mean, first of all, we're not a great defense. However, that could be a lot because of the offenses we faced. I think we're better defensively than we showed, and offensively, we turned out to be. We finally got our passing attack where we wanted it, and over the last 3 games, actually, Trimble has completed 80% of his passes for over 700 yards, and I think 7 or 8 touchdowns over the last 10 quarters because we didn't play him second half last week. And we know we had a rushing attack with Lamarion anyway, so offensively we're going to be hard to defend, but you have to defend the other team too, and boy, Columbia City is good. I mean, they're really good, and I'm on the board of 4A football, and I gave them a high vote, and I think I gave them a 5 vote, and they ended up being 9 or 8 or something like that, but they deserve that.
Yeah, what concerns you most about what they do, both offensively and defensively, and how do you go about coaching that up and countering that this week?
Well, they're a machine. They run that wing tee, and Coach Fox played at Eastbrook under basically the same system, and they grow up doing all that. And the thing about a machine, they run efficiently, and you have to figure out how to stop the machine. It's not about stopping any of the individuals; it's about slowing down the machine, or at least get it in a lower gear. And in the big picture, we hope that they have to worry about stopping our offense and that's stopping them. So no score at this game would surprise me. Maybe a real low score would surprise me, but we have our hands full.
When you take a look at this Wayne team, it seems like you're getting healthier at the right time, is what I heard. Like Nehemiah's coming back, and you guys are getting Nehemiah's coming back, and you're getting some of your guys ready to rock and roll. So, how confident are you that this team is going to be playing at its highest level at the right time of the season?
Well, if nothing happens this week, because we had Nehemiah get hurt out for actually 7 weeks, had a couple of 3-week suspensions to starters, and we've had concussions, and we've dealt with a lot this year. But it gave a lot of backups, a lot of time, and also forced us to establish certain things. Also made us worry about like how many carries we're going to give Nelson during the week. And so how can we keep him in shape and not get him beat up in practice? So it's forced us into a lot of things because, we're low on numbers. The numbers you just saw in that room is our varsity. Our JV's playing right now, and there's only about another 17 or 18 of them. So it has its advantages and disadvantages. But yes, we're peaking healthy-wise at the right time.
When you take a look at the success you guys had in the playoffs last year, you guys were locked in, won a couple of games, advanced to the sectional championship. What can you and these guys draw on that experience they can use this time around to make it even further?
Well, even the first year I was here, we weren't a very good team, and I called it an upset. We came out and beat Huntington North, and I think they were the better team, but we beat them. And then played well against Delta in the second week. And then last year we beat Marion first game, and I think Marion was favored, and traveled to Delta again and made up for the year before and won that. So our kids have learned how to prepare. And I do always extra stuff on sectional week. I know a lot of coaches say everything has to be the same. It's not in my program. Never has. And I think that's one of the reasons I've been a little bit more successful in playoff time. This is special. And we spend a lot more. I tell them we won't be out of here till 8 or 9 tonight, and just tell your parents it's the way it is.
When you look at the SAC, it's generally dominated by the 6A and the 5A programs. Now that you're a 4A program, now that you get a chance to go up against schools of your size, like how much are you guys like chomping at the bit hey man, this is the second season, this is where we can really make our name?
Well, it may be a little bit more if we didn't draw the number one team in our sectional. So when you face the top 10 team in any division, it's a war. I don't know. There's a lot of good 4A teams out there, and every division has something they're better at, whether it's depth or the opportunity to do more stuff because they have less guys going both ways. There's probably more, I know for a fact that the bigger school, there's more kids concentrating on football than at the smaller schools. And we're not a small school by any means, but we are football-wise. We only have 48 guys in a program. Until I can get that over 100 upper 3 grades, it's no different than when I coached at Woodland and Harding. We always had the same amount of kids. So you want to have a demanding program, but then again, you want the numbers. So it's a juggling match, and I don't win it very often. My number's usually down by playoff time.
Anything else you'd like to add, Coach?
No, I just appreciate that a 2-7 team can be in the game of the week.
Hey, we're looking forward to it.